All right, we are live now. Hello, the Buffalo Bills. Good win today. Can't really say much about the win because, it was good to get the win, but it wasn't against a really good team because, Cam Newton is Cam Newton and he kind of stinks. And by kind of, I mean he really stinks. So, let's see. Buffalo Bills beat the Panthers with a score of 31-14 today. Josh Allen had 3 total touchdown passes, 2 of them being to Gabriel Davis. He did have 1 pretty bad interception, though, and of course he had a touchdown to no other than Stephon Diggs. Now, the Bills, they ran the ball for once today. They ran the ball really good today, and I can't really complain about that because it's just good to actually see him get the run game, though. Granted, the Panthers were ranked 20th in the league. They were ranked 20th in the league, but it was good to see Devin Singletary get some carries today, and of course, he even got a touchdown today as well. So, how many total yards did he have at the end of the day? Devin Singletary, he had 86 yards and a touchdown. And did he have any yards receiving? He had 10. He had 10 yards receiving, so he had like 90-something total yards today with a touchdown on top of that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But the Panthers aren't that good at run D. They're good at pass D, but not that great at run D. Though I will say the only complaint I can really have about the game a couple times today was that the offense flatlined a couple times on some drives. And if this was any other team that would take good opportunities like that when the team flatlines like that, we would be screwed. But that's not what we're here to talk about furthermore. Furthermore is Gabriel Davis. Gabriel Davis played well and has been playing well these last couple of weeks, and he needs to be starting. He needs to be starting back in number 2 again because he put up good stats last year as a rookie too. He's just very good. It's really good to see Gabriel Davis come back and start getting back in the lineup because Emmanuel Sanders was taking those reps. Emmanuel Sanders was the one taking the reps, and now that he's been out and we've been doing good. We are very good with him at the number 2 spot. And yeah, it's really good. So, other than that, this game this week didn't matter, and next week's game is very important. Rematch against the Patriots. Now, last night the Patriots got absolutely smacked by Jonathan Taylor, just like the Bills did. And watching Mac Jones throw the football, in a dome, nonetheless. He could have been better. Could have been a hell of a lot better throwing the football. Threw 2 interceptions. They almost came back at the end there, but Jonathan Taylor put the dagger in the heart for them. So, sorry, not sorry, New England. That actually helps us very well when it comes to the division, because if the Bills beat the Patriots next week and they still win out, Buffalo Bills win the division and secure a playoff spot, which is big for them. But the question is, can it be done in New England? I think it can be. I don't think we'll be being met with the same weather we did when we first played New England and Buffalo. It's not going to be no 40, 50 mile per hour gusts of wind. And Mac Jones is going to be throwing the ball a lot more. So how will the defense answer and respond to Mac Jones throwing the football? Which I think... See, it's hard to tell because no Trey White. But I will say Dane Jackson and Levi Wallace have been solid, especially against Tampa Bay. I mean, could have been better a couple times, but other than that, it could be a lot worse, guys. It could be a hell of a lot worse for the Bills, but luckily they're both playing solid football. And if they keep playing the solid football they've been playing, they will be able to lock down Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar and N'Keal Harry and oh boy, what's the other guy? I'm flatlining on that one guy's name. But either way, they'll be able to lock those guys down. I think they can. But the question is, how will Matt Milano, Tremaine Edmonds, and Hayden Poyer do against Hunter Henry and Johnny Smith, because those guys, they're really good at football. And as just by watching them this year, we haven't been doing super hot against tight ends. I mean, Kelsey, we did pretty good against Kelsey, but that was when, the entire secondary was healthy and all that. And yeah, so expect the defense to have the strong performance it did when we first played them, and they're definitely going to look to lock down against that run game again. We cannot let them run the way they ran against us again, because if that happens, we're fucked. Now, because the weather's not going to get in the way of Josh Allen throwing the ball, expect a lot from Josh Allen. Josh Allen needs to have another good game, especially this game. This game is probably biggest of the year right now. Once again, against New England, biggest game of the year. Now, of course, it's a long shot for the Bills here, because if we beat New England and win out against the Falcons and Jets, we win the division. But can it be done? I think so, because the Jets are the Jets, and I'm sure our secondary will have no problem shutting down Zach Wilson, and I'm sure Josh Allen will have a heyday with the Jets defense. And the Falcons, do I really need to say anything? It's the Falcons, but I also said it was the Jags too earlier this year, and look what happened there. Who knows? But other than that, I definitely think the Bills can do it. I think the Bills can do it. And yeah, other than that, Cordell Patterson, will definitely be able to lock him down, but he is a good football player. Do not sleep on Cordell Patterson. Now, of course, there's a lot that needs to happen, but I definitely think we'll be able to beat the Jets and the Falcons, but if we do not beat the Patriots, we don't win the division. It's plain and simple. And of course, we need to see how all the other AFC teams play out near the end of the week, because the Dolphins won today. They're making a push for the playoffs at 7-7, but looking at all the other teams and stuff like that, it's slim. Very, very, very slim. Now, this game against New England basically determines if the Bills will make the playoffs or not. And, of course, win the division. And I think they can do it, but next week is the game. The game. Because I hope this team can beat the Falcons and the Jets. And yeah, that's it. We really just need to beat New England at this point to take the division and secure our playoff spot. Now, when it comes to playoff time, let's say we do get there. Let's say we win the division and get in the playoffs. Look at who we could possibly be facing. The Colts. Again. You saw what they did with us. They could easily have their way with us again. The Chiefs. They're probably pissed at what we did to them earlier this year. So they'll be playing with a spark that game if we do come across them in the playoffs. The Titans, maybe. They lost today against the Steelers, and they're falling, but there's a good chance we could play them again. And we lost in a heartbreaker against the Titans this year, so. But they'll be without Derrick Henry this time around, so who knows? Who knows what will happen? But maybe the Bengals. The Bengals have a game against the Broncos today. Right now, actually, as we speak of it, I don't know any score updates or anything like that, so we're waiting to see on that. We could possibly see the Bengals too, and Joe Burrow's Joe Burrow, and they have Joe Mixon too, who is very good at running the football. I didn't know if you knew that, but he's also good at running the ball. That just all depends on how we do. We could come across any team in the playoffs that can end us, but we can also play just as good against them. In fact, you look at the entire AFC, anybody in the playoffs can go to the Super Bowl. Any of these teams, because most of these teams have the same records and everything. Like, anybody can win it. Anybody can go. And the Bills need to keep playing strong. We need to keep going. We got to have our foot on the gas. And, yeah. Am I expecting, if the Bills make the playoffs, for them to go far? I am not personally. Because I'm just looking at the other teams we could possibly come across and how we would match up against them. It doesn't look good. It does not look good for the Bills. And the most I'm expecting in playoffs is maybe win the wild card game. Other than that, no. They could even... No. That's the most positive input I have. I'm really hoping for the best. I obviously am. Come playoff time, I'll be hooting, hollering, and cheering like I was today. But I'm not expecting the Bills to make a deep run in the playoffs like they did last year. Not deep, at least. Maybe divisional round. That's it. But so for right now, they're looking like a one-and-done team in the wild card. So, does that suck and hurt for me to say? Yes. But it is what it is. It's just how the season's played out, which has been utterly disappointing. And I wish things were different. Just like all the other Bills fans. I wish this was all different. But it's not. So here we are. So next week against New England. Prove it to me, boys. Go out and do it. Go out, beat the Patriots at home, and run away the next two games with the division. Do it. Do it. Please. Redeem my hope in this team. This game today was good. It was nice. But it's not a serious team we went up against. And yeah. And seeing how we've actually played against good competition this year. Close games. But obviously they all ended in losses. And that hurts. That's what hurted us the most this year. Because we are, if I can remember, 4-0 or 4-1 in one-score games. And last week, too, almost came back. But, that last week, that hurt. But that was last week. And, it's time to move on with our lives. Which I hope the Bills can do. I really hope they can do so. Other than that, there's not much more I could really say today, so now I'm just kind of chilling around and stuff. I'm feeling good about the win, though. I feel great. I feel great about this one. So, yeah. Other than that being said, if anybody does watch this video, or if it comes across your timeline, and it comes across your timeline and feed, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, whatever you're doing, whoever you're spending it with. Have fun, be safe, and yeah, Happy Holidays, everybody. So, trying to get more videos out and going. I may go to another Bills game, my final one of the year. Unless a playoff game's at home, then I'm definitely going to try and get tickets to that and go to my first playoff game. I was robbed of it last year, and that sucks. So, we'll see how we can do. And, yeah. We'll see. Just wishing and hoping. And that's all I'm doing. The next game I probably may go to. Probably not. I don't know. I'll see. Tickets are cheap right now, though, so yeah. I'm going to the Sabres game tomorrow, Monday, December 20th. I'll be going with my very lovely girlfriend. So that'll be fun. I'll definitely vlog and record that. We got glass seats too, so hopefully I can make a good video out of it. Yeah. And, of course, I'm going to try and pump out more NFL teams reaction video. I'm obviously behind on weeks. Which, that happened because, college and stuff. I've been busy busting my ass off at college. And, of course, working at the radio station there in college in the sports department. So, hopefully, I get back on the right track with those videos. I'm definitely going to try and get a Christmas-themed video out for it. So, not of weekly reactions, but, just of the NFL. You'll see. You'll see. Hopefully, it's good. I make something good out of it. And, yeah. Just chilling now. Just up and about, Christmas shopping has been hell. Christmas shopping has been hell for me this year, and I'm super behind on it because, kind of hard to go out and Christmas shopping when I'm at college getting ready for final exams. But that's all right, though. I've gotten my shopping done now, doing everything I need to, and it's going A-okay. Yeah. I wonder how we're doing. If anybody's watching at all. It's going A-okay. Yeah. But boy, we really do need to talk about the Bills' offensive line. That is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible. Deion Dawkins and John Feliciano were out today. That didn't help, but still. Deion's been good this year. Feliciano, bye-bye. You can leave. You can be cut next year. You can go. Bye. Leave. Sayonara. Adios. Won't be missed. Yeah, he could just be better. Spencer Brown, he started off good, and now these last couple of weeks he's really been struggling. Like, I could play the rookie card, but you don't just start playing good, then all of a sudden start struggling like that. That's just doesn't make sense there. That sucks too, but he's all right. Darrell Williams, meh. Either way, in this offseason or in the draft, we need to take care of the interior because Josh Allen took a good couple hits today, last week, and of course, kind of hard for our running backs to run the ball when there's no linemen to make holes for them to run the ball up. So it's just very unfortunate, and I see everybody blaming Zach Moss, Matt Breida, Devin Singletary for, not producing as much when it's not their fault. And the only reason why Josh Allen runs and does so well as he is because there's scrambles. When the offensive line fails to protect him, he has to run and take off and do his thing. I mean, it's nice, when he runs for 100 yards and gets a touchdown out of it, but it gets him hurt, and it got him hurt last week. And you don't want your $200 million quarterback fucking getting beat up every play. No. So we need to do better with that. Hopefully they address it in free agency, which I'm looking and expecting to. In draft, they can obviously look to draft an interior lineman too, but that depends who's there. Because as of right now, come draft time, I'm on the Jordan Davis train. Because it's fucking Jordan Davis. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, so most of the vets on the defensive and edge rush side are going to be cut. Those guys will be gone. And so we'll be plugging in our new guys that we drafted. Roos, AJ, Boogie. The younger guys are going to start taking over on that defensive line. Because Mario Addison and Jerry Hughes are coming near the end. They're getting there, up in age. And if you put Jordan Davis on a line next to Ed Oliver, and have Gregory Rousseau, AJ, and Boogie there as well as rotational guys, that's a really good defensive line. And of course, you know, the secondary with Poyer, Hyde, White will be back next year. And I don't know who's playing corner number 2, though. Because Levi Wallace has been serviceable, but we can do better. Levi Wallace stinks. And Dane Jackson, he's just starting to play. This is like his first year being a starting corner, being thrown in because Trey's hurt. And there's just not enough film yet for me to have a final verdict on Dane Jackson. So, but other than that, he's been playing average. He's been doing good for what he's been asked to step up and do, and I can't be mad about that. I cannot be mad about that at all. So, yeah. Wow. All right. Now, there was a funny tweet I saw a couple days ago. It was on, I don't know who tweeted it out, whoever you were, and if you know this was you, shout out to you. But somebody tweeted, Josh Allen is... No, hang on, what was it? It was... Josh Allen makes Brian Daboll look good the same way Peyton Manning made Adam Gase look good. And I couldn't have agreed with anything better than that. Like, that was a perfect, well-tweeted statement. Because, Brian Daboll, kind of hard to believe he was almost hired for a head coach to a team last year. And boy, in that alternate universe where he got hired to whoever other team, my condolences. Because Brian Daboll's been struggling a lot this year. And there are just some certain play calls where I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because it's just, some of them have hurt my head. Some of them have hurt my head a lot. And I'm just like, oh my God. At the beginning of the year, I was all fired up and stuff because, there were Super Bowl expectations for this team, which makes sense. But now, after being disappointed and disappointed and disappointed and disappointed, I'm just totally numb. I'm just at the point where I just sit here at the games, when they score a touchdown, make a play, I do get excited. But now I'm just at the point where it's all numb to me, and whatever happens, happens, man. Whatever happens, happens. So, I hope the Bills can keep winning the way they did today, and I hope they can beat New England next week and take the division after beating the Falcons and the Jets. But it all starts in New England. It all starts in New England next week. That game is big. It's a big game. So, with that being said, I'm done here today. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. And if you want more content and want to see more content from me, leave a like, comment, and, of course, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.